Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel and welcome to Week in Review. So this is a video that we do every Monday where we tell people about all the videos we put out over the past week. We put out a lot of videos here in the Dice Tower, so you can use this as an index it's kind of a quick summary of the different videos, and then we'll have links in the description below so you can watch the full thing. Here we go.
Hey everybody, I'm Zee Garcia. Here's what I did last week. So I did a video comparing Bites, a game put out from BoardGameTables.com, with the original printing of it called Big Points. So it's just showing those two games side by side, the things they changed from one printing, very old printing, to the relatively new Bites. I also reviewed Schweinebande, which I gave a 7 out of 10 to. This is a game from 2010. It was a bit of a throwback week. In which you are collecting animal sets and then scoring those for victory points. A very neat game, a simple game from a simpler time, kind of nostalgic, very interesting, lovely pieces, and I did enjoy it. I thought there was some interesting tactical choices in there. And then I reviewed Phantom Inc., which I rated a 7.5 out of 10. This one is a party/word game in which the players are trying to communicate a secret word in two teams, but you are trying to do that one letter at a time to your teammate. The teammate will stop you whenever they think they know what you're trying to write, one letter at a time. But the other team, of course, can see that word, or part of that word, and start putting 2 and 2 together, which, by the way, is 4. So it's a neat one. I liked it. I thought it was outside the box. It's not a rambunctious party game. I even don't feel like calling it a party game. But I really enjoyed it. Lovely production, well made, interesting concept, and it plays very quickly. So really good for 4 players also. In fact, I think that's one of my only issues is that I don't think it scales up in an interesting way. But at 4, I would definitely recommend it. And that's going to do it for me, folks. I'll see you on the next one.
Hey everybody, this is Roy Cannaday, and this week I reviewed Nova. This is the hero pack for Marvel Champions that has a bunch of wild resources with its helmet and stuff like that. That was a 7.5 for me. Really enjoyed that one. And then also Ironheart, another hero pack for Marvel Champions. She gets all these different upgrade tokens to upgrade her character, and once she really gets going, she's a beast, and that one's going to be a 9 for me. I loved playing Ironheart, and one of my favorite characters in the game right now. Anyway, so that's what I took a look at this week.
Hi, I'm Wendy Yee, and I reviewed 2 games this week. I reviewed Tidal Blades Banner Festival and Transmissions. Both of these games I gave a 7.5. They're both very light and sweet games. So Tidal Blades Banner Festival is definitely not the huge Tidal Blade games. It's completely separate. What I enjoy about it is I enjoy the simultaneous reveal. There's push or luck, but also there's some very interesting strategy that goes along with this idea of I have a hand of cards and I really want to figure out when is the right time to play these cards. There's never a bad card to play when you're having that simultaneous reveal, even though you're comparing to each other. There's always something to do, and it's very interesting. There's area majority, there's trying to get ahead so that you can do laps around a track, and then there's also some extra bonus powers and stuff that you get if you're the lowest card out. So I really appreciate the little bit of strategy that's there, the lightness of it, and the funness that goes on with there. So that is Tidal Blades Banner Festival. I gave that a 7.5. And then Transmissions, I also gave a 7.5. This is just a sweet, cute game, and I feel like the mechanics go right along with it. You're all working competitively trying to get, the best robot ideas, but also you're using the robots together, and so you're moving them around the board. There's just a little bit of strategy of stuff that goes on. You're collecting items or you're building pipes. There's a little bit of puzzle going on there, and I just appreciate how sweet and light it is. So once again, I gave both a 7.5, and that's what I reviewed this week.
Hello everyone, I reviewed Tussie Mussie from Button Shy Games this week, and it's designed by Elizabeth Hargrave, who you might know from Wingspan. It's a very small deck of cards. You can play multiplayer or solo, and I gave it 7 out of 10.
Hey everybody, Chris here. This week I took a look at 2 games. First I did a review of Tidal Blades The Banner Festival, which I gave a 7.5. This takes place in the Tidal Blades universe, but has nothing to do with the other game. This is a simultaneous card reveal game that I found pretty enjoyable, very light. Not too many rules, and I found that every card that you play in a different situation would give you something good. And so it was about making the best with a lot of good choices. I liked it. pretty simple, beautiful, and so the biggest problem I think I have is now I have to refer to Tidal Blades games by their subtitle now because there's going to be multiple. Next up, I also take a look at Transmissions. This is a very beautiful game. I gave a 7.5 as well. Very light, very, very simple, but I enjoy how welcoming this game is. This is a game that was inspired by the art, and then the art direction kind of inspired the gameplay, and I found that this game is the right level, the right amount of interesting, but also the right amount of approachability for a game that looks this adorable. I enjoy it. It has some setup, little tidbits here and there, and a few things that keep it from being a higher score, but I really enjoyed it. But it's one that, even though I gave a 7.5 for myself, I would heartily recommend to a lot of people for a lot of instances, so make sure to check out that review. We discuss a little bit of that in there. So that has been my week.
All right, I took a look at some pretty big games this week. First of all, Paint the Roses. Now, this particular game, I really thought that I would like it because it's deduction. But even though it has a halfway nice production, and you have to watch a video to see what I mean by that, there's some, I really thought part of it was great and part of it was eh. But it just didn't work for me for a couple reasons. I didn't like the scoring, and I didn't like guessing deduction necessarily. So that's a 5 out of 10. But the rest of my reviews, Carnegie, which is a really big Euro game about industrialism in America, and a little engine builder where you're actually building your factory with the different rooms. Really enjoyed that one, 8 out of 10. Space Station Phoenix would probably have gotten an even higher score if it looked better, from Rio Grande Games, about dismantling your fleet to build up a space station. It's an engine tear down, engine build up game. Really fun, 8 out of 10. And then Transmissions, we all reviewed this as a Foursquare game, and it's a great, like, if I'm rating this for people new to the hobby, it might be a 9, but for me personally, it's a 7 out of 10. Very enjoyable game about picking robots, upgrading those robots, moving them around, and collecting things. Very good game. We also started posting some of our playthroughs of various games that we put out in our 30-hour marathon. So you'll see some of them went up last week. More will be coming up in the coming weeks to come. And I did my top 10 Stonemaier games. Now, yes, I know Stonemaier doesn't have a ton of games, but basically I ranked them in order. I did another shelf review. We did our shows. We did crowd surfing about Kickstarter games. I did a Q&A on Monday. We did board game breakfast, the news, lots of stuff that went up this week. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody, for watching the Dice Tower. As always, until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and this has been Week in Review on the Dice Tower.